Well, we've returned back to this frozen wasteland, and I really admit, I was always under the impression that I had a fairly good idea of European weather systems, but I had no idea Hungary could be such a snowy mess. I really didn't. I knew it snowed in Hungary, but not to this degree. So we're still in a position where we just can't break through to our boys. All we can do is wait. We can't even so much as transfer men to the front, because as you can see, our men, let's go ahead and just take our SS Mountain Corps as an example. Even the Mountain Corps is not going to be able to move over. It requires far too many movement points that he doesn't have, and we're pretty much just snowed in. So if you want to see what we've been doing the last few episodes, please check those out. It's pretty essential to check that out to see what we're going to be doing in this episode. And that is ending the turn and hoping that the Soviets don't do too much damage to us, but more importantly, hoping that this weather improves. And I don't know, we're in February over here. It's really... we could also be in November here, 2/11. I was under the impression that the month is first. I could be wrong. Either way, I can understand it being pretty damn cold. This is going to let up very, very soon. Now, let's see how the Soviets actually respond here. Much just as stuck as we are, although they are able to move those engineer corps up. So, of course, this Germany, or to Germany specifically, and that's why they actually have to repair all of these railroads that we... Now, as you can see, once again, our defenders are holding. So even though the Soviets are throwing these human wave attacks at us, we are holding. 1,586 men just to launch a few of these attacks. Look over there, losing 1,000 men. So at least they're doing these desperate attacks at us, and body count is going in our favor. But I don't know if that's going to matter if we can't break through to our men. If we can't break through to our men, we don't accomplish the mission, and it doesn't really make a difference, because as long as they can keep us out, it doesn't matter how many thousands of them we actually kill. That being said, we will take a look at the casualties so far once this turn begins to get an idea of just how vicious the fighting is. Okay, so total, looks like we have lost 176,000 men. The Soviets, 271,000 men. Now, this game, of course, takes into account both wounded and killed, so that's not all killed, but certainly those men will not be returning to the fight. And once again, we are still snowed in. The only positive here is that this larger enemy unit, the Rifle Corps, the 75th Rifle Corps, as well as the 57th Rifle Corps, have gotten themselves right in front of our tanks and a number of German and one Hungarian division. So a bunch of tanks and a Hung actually attacking here, and sure enough, managed to break right through, although I'm a little surprised at the casualties we took, close to 400, when I thought we completely outmatched the enemy there. Let's see. Once again, though, at least these units that we had trapped are unable to move. As to how long that's going to continue for, I guess we'll have to wait and see. They are inching their way over here. They could break through soon. I'm not even sure I feel comfortable attacking right here. I will attack here, and even this is pretty risky. We actually did manage to push them back, but as you can see, we took 462 casualties. They only took 116. So forcing them back in that situation, certainly not beneficial at all. Yeah, no other attacks we can do here. We shall end the turn. As you can see, we're getting so close to connecting Budapest here. The only thing really separating us is the Danube. If we could just break through to that city on the coast, and I don't know what it's called, we have to actually wait for the tooltip to pop up. But if we could grab that city, we would absolutely be able to liberate, temporarily move them out of Budapest, and get them behind the front lines. And again, they threw their men at us, 687 lost. We only lost 43 men. Over here, we again held in the center of Budapest, but they finally pushed our garrison SS in. 730 men captured by the Soviets. So they are going to be able to break through Budapest. Look at that. They got our cavalry division and our host close to 10,000 Germans surrendering there at once. There's no way we can save them now. We could save maybe a few tank divisions, but at this point, we're just throwing ourselves up against the Soviet wave. 726 lost on the enemy side. They are sacrificing a lot of men, but I actually understand why they're doing that right now. And despite them nearly breaking through this fort, one dead on the enemy side. again, we did serious damage to them. There, they did manage to push us out of 58 men. So we can... that they've lost a lot of units as a result of these. But I was worried about that southwest corner near Lake Balaton, and that's exactly what they've done, is push through that to that lake. That's gonna... minor victory! Did it, guys. Not too bad. So I guess we've got to view the map. Let's take a look here. These are our units in Budapest. I guess the reason that we claim the victory is because despite not breaking through to our boys here in Budapest, number one, were able to hold on to the very end, and we are in a position here where we could potentially break through. But I think that's really the reason, is the only reason we won this battle with a minor victory is because we were able to hold on to the city of Budapest and buy ourselves some more time inside Germany before the Soviets actually get to Germany. So that would be my explanation, that we wanted to hold the Soviets at Hungary for as long as possible, and hopefully this winter will continue and just absolutely drive them out. So for sure I was right. No, it is February. It's going to remain cold for at least until March, maybe even longer. So hopefully this will keep the Soviets here for a while. Well, thank you so much for sitting through the series, guys.